Yo, how's it going, MMA world? Look, I just wanted to make this is gonna be a quick one, okay? This is just regarding the whole Baddy the Pimblett having Dana White on his podcast. And there's a couple of things that kind of struck me awkward, like really weird. I mean, to no surprise though, so it's just can't believe how blunt it was. The first thing is that at one point they start talking about Ariel Helwani, right? And their dislike for Ariel, including both of them calling him a piece of shit. And he's not a journalist, he doesn't pay fighters for interviews, which, I mean, that is a point to kind of talk about with Ariel. I'm sure he makes pretty decent amount of money not paying the fighters though. If I'm correct, Ariel doesn't have his own program though. I mean, he does, but he has people to answer to. He's working off of somebody else's budget. Now, if Ariel doesn't want to reach into his own personal budget to pay these fighters for the interviews that he's about to do, right? And I think he said it before. It's like your payment is exposure, because I have such a big platform that's your payment. Thanks to me in some ways, you're about to explode, right? Which can open more doors, more opportunities financially, whatever. But I mean, man, these guys, I'm gonna say this in Spanish, okay? The way these guys were just talking shit about Ariel for a moment, then how excited they got and how deep they went. Hasta acá salpicó saliva del chupadazo que le diste al hermano, because I mean, these guys were jerking each other off to it. Talking about, again, you know, and I'm quoting them, both of them eventually call him a piece of shit, right? He's a slimy guy, whatever. So they kind of just patted each other's back on that. I thought that was weird. Patty, pretty much for the reason that I just explained, that Ariel wanted him to come into his Ariel's podcast and to skip out on a podcast or an interview that he was actually going to get paid for, while Ariel wasn't going to pay him. Yeah, that is stupid, but no big deal. I wouldn't hate somebody for it. And the other one is that how Patty is just really doubling down now about fighter pay. Hey, I don't got no problem with the fighter pay. They pay us enough. They pay us what we're worth. He even flashes his watch. You know, I'm able to buy watches and all kinds of stuff. That no shots like towards the competitors like PFL, but he got a sponsor on his first fight with the UFC. I think he was able to get a sponsor of $1 million, right? And he's like, you know, I don't see how anybody else can't do that. And the thing is, yeah, because you're Patty, you're being advertised, you're being promoted differently. Not every fighter has that luxury. Not everybody. I mean, look at his opponent, Jared Gordon. What an amazing background. Why are people not backing out Jared Gordon against this fight? Why isn't Jared Gordon being promoted in this fight? He's putting content out there, right, about his life that we can all freaking support, man. We can all get behind Jared Gordon. But again, Patty's the Conor McGregor. There's something about him, and it's not his fault, but he's the next Conor McGregor. The UFC sees it, and of course there's favoritism, and that's okay. That's the name of the game. A lot of these fighters, a lot of these athletes that come and sign in with the promotion of UFC, get ready, because that's just how it is, all right? But again, I just wanted to point out those two things. How, man, Patty's dick riding UFC, UFC's dick riding Baddy the Pimblett. So there you go. What's up, you guys?